Hi, I go by the name Floretta Twum. I current freshman of UD, majoring in criminal justice and a minor in business. My phenomenal but obscure individual is American, and today I decided to talk about her life and the way she helped the world as a whole. Black history facts you were never told in school. Even though you might have heard of the woman that invented sanitary belts, there are more you haven't been told about. We were also drawn away from other inventions she made and ignored how those patterns alongside she invented was and is benefiting us then and now. Kenna was born on May 17, 1912 in Monroe, North Carolina, into a family of inventors. But around the age of 6, Mary noticed that the door in her family home squeaked when her mom left for work early. At just 6 years old, she attempted inventing a self-oiling hinge for doors, which was never invented because she was a child. Her father, Sidney Nathaniel Davison, patented a travel-sized clothing presser which would fit in suitcases, although he ultimately made no money on the invention. Her maternal grandfather, Robert von Berger, invented a tricolor light for signaling to trains and a stretcher on wheels for ambulances. Her sister Mildred Davidson Austin Smith also grew up to patent a board. Family tradition. Kenna graduated from Dunbar High School in 1931 and gained admission into Howard University. She attended school for a year and a half but dropped out due to gender discrimination and financial difficulties. Her first patent was in 1957 for the sanitary belt, which was before the time of adhesive pads, and the invention was much more effective than the rags women were using at that time. Mind you, menstruation was not commonly talked about during this time and was considered as a taboo. Sanitary belt was invented years prior, but she could not afford the patent and was faced with a lot of racial discrimination. 20 years later, she filed another patent for a sanitary belt with a moisture-proof packet, making it even more unlikely for blood to leak onto clothing. Sonapa Company heard of her invention in 1957 and was interested in producing her product. However, they learned she was African American. They were no longer interested. Sorry to say, when they found out I was black, their interest dropped. In 1976, Kenna patented an attachment for a walker that included a hard surface tray and a soft packet for carrying items. Motivated by her sister Mildred's challenges with multiple sclerosis, and went on to create a portable ashtray that can be attached to cigarette packet. Her final patent was for a mounted back washer and massager that could be mounted on the shower wall. Kenna also invented a toilet paper holder along with her sister Mildred. During the World War II in 1941, Mary found a job with the federal government. She worked for the Census Bureau and later worked for General Accounting Office. She also chaperoned young women who attended dances at military bases in Washington, D.C. area. While working as a federal employee, Kenna met her first husband, who was a soldier. After 5 years, the two divorced and Kenna left her job and opened a flower shop where they became foster parents of 5 boys and eventually adopted a son. Her sanitary belt inventions led to the evolution of menstrual products, which is currently utilized continuously, adapting to improve comfortability and leakage protection. Kenna holds the record for the most patents awarded to a black woman by the United States. She not received any college degree or professional training, and she never became rich from her inventions. Yet, she was instrumental in creating something that has helped billions of women worldwide. Women like Kenna were kept out of most scientific establishments and academic institutions for centuries, but they carried on anyway.